Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the information box below or hopped onto my website to see how to calculate your power year number and concluded you're a power year number 4, then you are at the right place. Hiya, 4s. It's May 2020 and you are in the month of 9. So, 4s, just to review what these numbers mean. When you're in a power year of 4, it's considered the year that you are creating and moving towards making steps for the rest of your life. It can be a commitment year. It can be a breakup year as far as relationships go. It can be a year where you decide to commit or to have a family. It can be a new house year, relocation year, a new job year, or new career year. It's a hard working year. It can be a very hard working year, but it's a very practical year. It's a year of building. Now, the month of 9 for you, the month of May, is a month of endings. And, that always sounds scary, at least to me, when I hear the word endings. But I know that the end of something can mean the new beginning of something. So with those things in mind, let's shuffle our cards and let's start your reading, 4s, with those of you who are working or looking for employment. Then we'll move to relationships, and then we'll move to any question that you have, 4s. What's the best outcome that we can expect? Okay, here we go. Okay, 4s. Let's take a look for those of you who are employed right now. And remember, 4s, anything that's said during this reading, if it's for a 4, it's for you. So I try to be specific and target to make it more interesting and to make it less general. But if, say, I'm talking about people who have a job and this applies to people who are looking and they're like, oh my God, that sounds just like a situation I'm in, you take it, 4s. The whole reading is for you. So when I have pulled some cards here for, I'm going to try to be specific, those of you 4s who are working, you do have good news coming your way. We are talking about May, and it looks to me that the end is near for whatever your crisis or issue or question has been in regards to work. It looks like you've been patient and that you feel like you've done everything that you can do towards a particular certain situation. And then you're just kind of biding your time and you're doing just enough, because you're realizing that I don't want to give it all. I'll give it all. I'll do my job, but I really don't want to take on this one's job and this one's job because I have my reasons. I don't want to take on more. I don't want anybody to see or think that I'm a pushover. But I feel like you've laid your cards out on the table, 4s, as far as what your expectations are, and you're kind of just hanging in there waiting to see what's going to happen. And then I have good news, changes, and movement coming into place by the end of May. Now, sometimes things can be postponed because it's not in the cards, or we don't know that someone at the top is going to postpone making a decision for some reason. We don't know everything. Everything isn't etched in stone. You have basic lessons, all of us, that we're here to learn, but there is not an exact timetable. But you can feel confident that in today's reading, you have good news coming to you, something that you have been waiting for and waiting to hear at the workplace. Now let's take a look at those of you 4s who are looking for work. And again, these words may apply to those of you who already have a position. No matter what I'm saying, it applies to you but I'm trying to be more specific and target specific questions for you, to make it easier to understand. Because when you're doing a general reading, it's not the same. I can't cater it. All right, let's take a look for those of you. So I feel like something, perhaps an ending, came upon you unexpectedly. And I feel like some of you, this reading is for. Some of you were discontented anyway, perhaps in a situation at the workplace, but that a bomb is going off, or will be going off in May, or has gone off, which puts you in this position in May of, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? But I feel like, again, we're in that month of endings, aren't we? We're in that May, that month of endings, so that something that you knew, something that you were used to, or something that you were hoping was going to last through this month of May, doesn't look like it's going to work out. It doesn't look like it's going to work out great for you. There's a discontentment card here. It's that, oh my God, I can't believe that this has happened. What am I going to do? And what I have is a great card coming into your future. It's the Ace of Pentacles card, and it's about rebuilding and recreating yourself and your life. And I feel like this is just the boost you needed, or the frustration you needed in this month of May, to put you and push you towards facing that you really are up to. You really are up to change. You really are up to some kind of change. And so that's what the universe wants you to do. It's pushing you into an ending of some kind. Or has pushed you into an ending of some kind. We have to leave it there for now, but I will tell you, fours, that next month, so that's the month of June, is the month of new beginnings for you. So it's a fantastic time. If something has to end in your chart, it may as well end now, because you're at a place of new beginnings in June, and then you're in a place of working with others and teamwork in the month of July. So they're excellent months to be picked up for another job somewhere, or a new job. Okay, fours, let's put these babies back in together. And let's get another deck. All right, and let's take a look at relationships. So if you're a 4 and you're in a relationship, let's shuffle these cards for you, fours, because this is a big year for you when it comes to everything. And we want to take a look at this month of endings, which way that's going to go for you when it comes to relationship. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Let's see. Okay, fours. So those of you who are in some kind of a relationship, I feel like things have started to move for you, and you finally feel like you're getting somewhere in the relationship. For those of you, I have an actual marriage proposal card here. I have the victory card here, or promotion card here, so that things are promoted, things move forward. You feel, victorious, but somehow, some way, there's still a sense of uncertainty. There's still a sense of uncertainty that you have, that even though you think you've gotten your way and you think that things are moving forward, why do you feel this sense of uncertainty? And why are you judging yourself? Or why do you feel that people are watching you and judging you? That happens to be a 9 card, and I feel like that's got to come to an end. Like, you've got to stand proud and find reasons to stand proud for whatever your decisions have been, and face others this month. It's a new day for you next month. So you've got to, whatever these demons are or question marks are, it's the month to figure them out and to wrap them up. And just move forward and be happy, because I think you've got something good going on here as far as your relationship goes, and you're letting something drag you down. And that could be absolutely anything. It could be that you know that if you commit to this person, they're never going to leave their family, so you have to move to their area. So you've got to figure out this month, this is the month to wrap it up once and for all. Am I going and I'm going to make the best of it and get over it, or am I not? Okay, fours? Ooh, I wonder what that thing is, things dragging you down. Now, let's shuffle these cards again, and let's take a look at our fours in who are looking for love. I wonder if fours, you're running, you just want to wrap things up and make a commitment with somebody, and you're still thinking about somebody else. There's some kind of uncertainty in the works. Okay, we have our fours, and they are looking for a relationship, and it looks to me like they're really just hoping something works out, something that just doesn't look so good or didn't look so good. Okay, and ironically, my sweet fours, I have a very similar answer for you if you've been looking for love, and I have the card, the Four of Swords, and it's the card about make a decision already. You have a lot of options, you have a lot of decisions to make. As far as this new relationship, maybe you're just flirting with someone. Maybe it's in the very beginning stages. I think that what I have here is that you're trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. And I feel like it's because you've gone out on some kind of a limb. Whoever that's in front of, whether it's friends or whether it's an old love or whether it's your family, I feel like you've gone, or yourself. And it's like you've put bets in that, no, I know I can make this work, or I know that this is going to work, or I know that this person is going to come back to me. And I feel like you've really put your eggs in one basket. And man, are you banking on things going your way in this new relationship area. And what I have is that it's not only you, but I feel like... well, let's talk about just you, because this is someone who's looking, and I don't want to get confusing. You know, if we're doing a reading one-on-one, that's a different story. But if it's general, I don't want to get too confusing. And I feel like this is that you have so many irons in the fire, and you have so many question marks around your life that you can't be sure anything's going to work out with someone, because you can't be sure you're going to be in the same place, feeling the same way, void of the relationship perhaps you were just in, because what if that person comes back when you're just talking to someone new because you're not really sure it's over yet. You're out there, I see it, I see you've made the room for a relationship in your life. On one hand, but on the other hand, life is just getting in the way. So whether you realize it or not, you're getting in your own way, and life is getting in your way, and it's keeping you from something that you would be more sure of, or that really, really great relationship you'd really, really like to have. So that's got to wrap up, and that's got to end this month. So you have a month of new beginnings, and next month in June and then July is another romantic month for you, where you could meet someone and become a couple or become committed. You've got a good couple of months coming up, so just look at what are you doing to kind of sabotage your own love life, your own situation. Okay, so let's take a look lastly at any area in your life, fours, any area at all. You can ask again about love or relationships. Oh yes, you can. I'm going to shuffle these cards. I'm shuffling. And let's take a peek and let's say, what's the best that we can expect for our fours in any situation they're asking about? Now, I had a card fall out. Okay. So what I have here is I have that there's been or will be in this month, a new relationship coming into play. I have to talk, I can't be general here yet. I want to talk in terms of a new relationship if it comes as far as love goes. Because I do feel that even though the relationship is going to be extended your way, there are complications. There's more than you and the person, the love interest involved. There are more complications than that. And not only is it your impression that there's more complications and that, how is this going to work out? You start to have your own demons come and talk and speak to you and say, well, I don't think this is right and I don't think this is right. And you might also be hearing other people talking and saying, well, I heard this, or I saw this, or my impression was that, and I'm not too sure about that person, so, or what are you going to do about that when the case arises? And ultimately what I do feel like is that the card that fell out is a card where I feel like this person may be moving away from you, and maybe that's the conflict, is they live a distance, or they want you to move to a different location, or you know that they're not going to stay in and around where they are. You know that they're probably going to be headed. It's just your instinct and your feeling is that, gee, they've always wanted to move out west, and I just have this feeling I'm going to get myself involved, and I'm not moving out west for whatever reason. And I'm getting that you are seeing complications. Now, again, you're in this year of 4, so you are looking for a future here. And in the month of 9, it's like, I've got to nip this in the bud. That's what the universe is pushing you to do. Now, what you do is another story, but the universe is pushing you to bring this to a head already, to figure out, like, why are you hanging on, or why are you trying to make something work when you really don't trust the situation at all? There's 3 cards here that say you don't trust it. So that's my take on that, Fours. Now, if this were something else and not about a love relationship, I feel like, say if this was The Office, I feel like the take on it is it's only going to get more intense and more confusing in a various situation at the workplace. One that you thought might start out better or you had higher hopes for, but I feel like the suggestion is to remove yourself from the situation if you can physically do it, and physically, change locations where you work, or stay at home working, or at least, or get out of a particular group or away from a particular boss or office. I feel like that's what this is saying, is that you're just too tainted. You're just not believing that it's in your best interest here, and you are in the month of endings, and the universe wants you to make a decision already and move forward and get away from it if it is not what you want to do, so that the decks are clear for you to have new options and opportunities coming your way for next month. Besides that, whatever your situation is, just don't change the outcome of it. And the general gist is that I feel like you felt a breath of fresh air come your way, and you really thought things were going to get better. But I think that there's still a lot of confusion in the works, and that it's the month to nip that confusion in the bud. Either get an answer or give an answer. Okay, Forrest, thanks so much for your help. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope that I've helped and not confused anything more. And I look forward to seeing you next month. If you'd like to know more about me or get in touch with me, please hop on to my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com or become a subscriber if you haven't already. I'd love to have you. Thanks so much, Forrest. See you soon. Bye for now.